built a home from fragile dreams on promises and flame. I gave you every part of me, you never did the same. I thought love would save my life from all the weight inside, but when you walked away from me, the light in me just died. I held on tight through every crack, but love was burning, turning black. Love left ashes on my skin, where warmth once lived, now emptiness begins. I reach for you, but feel the cold. A broken story left untold. Love left ashes in my hands, like dust from broken future plans. At work I hide behind my face, pretending I'm okay, but pressure builds inside my chest and slowly eats the day. I lost my focus, lost my strength, lost everything at once. Love collapsed and so did I. Now nothing makes much sense, the world keeps moving. I stand still, trying to fight what I can't heal. Love left ashes in my room, falling softly like silent doom. Every night I break again, calling your name into the wind. Love left ashes in my soul, burned so bright, now just a hole. Was I not enough, or just too much? Did loving you destroy my touch? Now every mirror shows the same, a tired heart without a flame. Love left ashes on my heart, scattered pieces, torn apart. I cry alone till morning flashes, because your love left only ashes. Morning comes, but I don't move. No reason to get dressed. Sunlight feels unfamiliar on this heavy chest. The phone is quiet on the table, no emails left to read. Just silence with my purpose. used to breathe. I lost my job, I lost my pride, and somewhere there I lost my light. Jobless, empty days, stretching out so wide. Too much time to think, too much hurt inside. I stare at walls where dreams once stayed. Now I'm alone in jobless, empty days. You said you needed someone strong, someone with a plan, but I was breaking quietly, trying just to stand. When work disappeared beneath my feet, so did your embrace. Love slipped through my shaking hands without a trace. Pressure comes and pressure goes, but when it stays, it overflows. Jobless, empty days and a broken heart, losing both at once, tore my world apart. I search for hope through cloudy haze, but all I find are empty days. Maybe if I had succeeded, you would still be here. Maybe love needs stability, no even fragile test. Now every night I question if I'm enough at all, or just a heart built to fall. Jobless, empty days, with tears I hide, missing you and missing pride. Life feels heavier in so many ways when love and work both fade away. Bills are stacked beside my bed like thoughts I cannot clear. Every number feels like thunder ringing in my ear. I try to breathe, but something tight is wrapping in my chest. A quiet weight I cannot see that never lets me rest. I tell myself, just hold on tight, but every day feels like a fight. Pressure on heart, I'm falling apart. Love is gone, and so is my start. I smile outside, but breaking the dark. Too many wounds on one small heart. Pressure on heart, it won't let go. It pulls me under so slow, so slow. You said I'd change, changed, I wasn't strong, the girl you used to know. But loving you while losing me was more than I could show. I carried dreams on fragile hands while trying not to cry. But when the world kept pushing down, I let our love just die. Responsibility and memory collide inside of me. Pressure on heart with nowhere to run. Losing my love, losing my son. I gave you warmth, you gave me scars. Now I'm alone with unpaid stars. Pressure on heart, night after night, crying for you without any light. If I was stronger, would you stay? If life were kinder, would you wait? Or was I always too much to bear? A fragile soul under repair. Pressure on heart, still beating slow through broken love and dead silence. I try to stand but leave a mark of silent tears on this tired heart. Sun goes down, mist comes off. I don't have to pretend. A quiet room becomes a place where all my walls just bend. I hold my phone but never call. Your number's still the same. I read old texts like they might change or put out this small flame. The darker it gets, the weaker I feel. There's no distraction from what is real. Nights of quiet, there's no one near. Drowning slowly in love and fear. I whisper your name to the ceiling above, and that feels heavy because of love. Nights of crying, again and again. Missed in your touch, feeling this pain. The world is loud in daytime hours, be silent after 10. And in that silence I collapse into what could have been. blame myself for everything, for losing work and you, as if my heart was not enough to keep your love true. Self-pity falls like quiet rain, mixing softly with heartbreak pain. Nights of crying, tears on my sleeve, holding on to won't believe. You're my fault, I stayed the high, trapped in memories I can't unwind. Nights of crying, no end in sight, waiting for morning to survive the night. If I were better, would you stay? If I was stronger, would things change? Or was I just a temporary place in your forever race? Nights nights of crying under daylight. Love feels wrong and loving feels right. I break in silence every time, because you're gone, but still you're mine. Still you're mine. The sun goes down. I thought love would make me stronger, give me wings to fly. Instead it found my weakest parts and taught my heart to cry. I gave you all my fragile trust without a second thought. But loving you so fearlessly was the hardest lesson taught. The more I gave, the more I broke. Every promise turned to smoke. Broken by love, but still I stay, holding the pieces that slipped away. You were my shelter, my only doubt. Now I'm shattered, broken by love, broken by love. Night after night, tears on my pillow, no end in sight. task feels heavier, mixed with quiet pain. Pressure rises, pressure falls, but you don't come back. I lost my focus, lost my fire. When love went off track, I tried to stay, I tried to move, but every step leads back to you. Broken by love and by myself, blaming my heart for needing help. You said forever without a shove. Now I'm alone, broken by love. If loving deeply is a flaw, then maybe I'm to blame. I held your world inside my hands and burned within the flame. My self-pity falls like rain across my silent wound. I hug my knees and whisper your name into the gloom. Broken by love, but still I care, even knowing you're not there. Life feels heavy from above, because I'm still broken by love. Broken by love. Fluorescent lights above my head, cold against my skin. I sit and stare at empty screens while chaos moves within. Emails blur before my eyes, I read but don't retain. Every task feels meaningless against this hidden pain. I fix my face before they see the storm that's living inside of me. Silent of his tears, falling quietly. No one knows what you did to me. I type replies with shaking hands while love collapses and nothing stands. Silent of his tears, behind a careful smile breaking down. All the while they talk about promotions, about success and plans. And not like I am listening, but I barely understand, because my world is somewhere else, in memories of you, in questions I can't answer, in what we used to do. Pressure rises in my chest, as tears drop on my sleeve. Missing someone who chose to leave. Work keeps moving, time appears, but I'm surviving on silent tears. If I were stronger, would you stay? If I were stable, would you wait? Now I measure my worth in numbers and fears, and drown my pride in silent office tears. No one can tell I'm fighting heartbreak and personal hell. Life goes on, but love disappears, and I grow weaker with silent tears. I planned a life in golden lines with hope that never ends. But now I see the cracks appear where every dream bends. You were supposed to walk beside through laughter and the rain, but love slipped quietly away and left me with the pain. I try to hold what's left to hold, but every memory feels icy cold. Dreams fell apart right in my hands. All the future we painted like castles in the sand. I cry alone every night, wishing for a world where you held me tight. Dreams fell apart, leaving just space where love once lived. Now an empty place. Work piles up like broken walls, and pressure crushes slow. Every phone call, every task reminds me you let go. I lost the spark in simple things, the light that made me shine. Now every heartbeat whispers you were never really mine. I stand in silence, pretending to be strong, but inside my chest the hurt belongs. Dreams fell apart like autumn leaves scattered in the wind, no one to retrieve. I count the pieces of what I lost. Every gain comes at a painful cost. Dreams fell apart and love decay, leaving me behind in the shade. If we had tried, if I'd been enough, would dreams survive or break with love? Maybe some hearts were never meant to hold all the warmth that life unfolds. Dreams fell apart, but still I breathe, carrying the remnants of what I can't retrieve. Love and life left marks so deep and I lie awake while the world sleeps. The night is heavy on my chest and silence fills the room. I lie awake and count my breaths beneath the pale moon. Memories of you keep coming back and stealing all my air. Every heartbeat, every pause reminds me you're not there. I try to sleep, but it won't come. The world feels quiet, and I'm undone. Heavy breathing alone in the dark of night. Every sigh a shadow of a love that's out of sight. I hug my knees and close my eyes, but tears fall quietly like unseen skies. Heavy breathing alone, every heartbeat loud. The silence screams and breaks the cloud. Work was crashing all my days, love was slipping fast. I lost my balance in both worlds and nothing seemed to last. I whisper your name into the dark, hoping for a spark, but only shadows answer back and leave me in the dark. I tell myself it's just a night, but nothing changes when love is out of sight. Heavy breathing alone while dreams decay, holding on to memories that drift away. The pressure in my chest won't let me be. Every breath reminds me of what I can't see. Heavy breathing alone, crying for you. Life feels endless, nights are cruel. If love has stayed, would my chest be light? Would darkness fade and hearts ignite? Or am I destined to breathe in pain alone forever with only rain? Heavy breathing alone, counting every tear, longing for comfort, longing for you near. Life keeps moving, but my heart's still prone to nights like this. punch the clock, I count the hours, but money can't buy peace. Each note I earn feels hollow now, no comfort, no relief. Your memory haunts my quiet desk and shadows every plan. Love was supposed to carry me, but life slipped through my hands. I trade my time for bills and fears, but all I get is a salary of tears. Salary of tears, paid in pain, counting losses like rainy days. Work and love both slipped away, leaving me with salary of tears today. Salary of tears, every night I cry for dreams that ended and love gone by. The office hums, but I don't hear the chatter or the calls, because inside my chest remains a hollow, empty hall. I think of you while staring at the numbers on the screen, and wonder if my life's worth more than this silent, aching scene. Pressure builds like mountains tall, and I keep climbing to nothing at all. Salary of tears, paid in pain, counting losses like rainy days. Work and love both slipped away, leaving me with salary of tears today. Salary of tears, every night I cry for dreams that ended and love gone by. If I had kept my heart or left it whole, will money ease this aching soul? Or am I doomed to trade each day for silent tears I can't repay? Salary of tears in the quiet night, counting both my wrongs and plight. Life feels heavy and love disappears. All I hold is a salary of tears. The weight of the world presses down on a heart that's fragile and thin. I try to smile at everyone, but the storm is brewing within. Work piles higher, love slips away, and nights are far too long. Every whisper of your name feels like a haunting song. I breathe, I try, but it won't You said I needed strength, but how can I stand when love that held me close slips right through my hands? The office hums, life keeps spinning, yet I'm trapped inside between the ache of your absence and the tears I hide. I count the hours, I count the pain. Each one returns again, again. Heart under pressure, cracking slow. Every beat reminds me of what I can't let go. Tears fall silently, no one sees the love I lost and the unease. Heart under pressure, night after night, holding on with all my might. If pressure defines the heart, then mine is torn apart. Love and life colliding, leave me in the dark. Maybe one day the weight will ease, but tonight I break inside and please. Heart under pressure, still I survive, carrying scars to stay alive. Love is gone, but the hurt endures in every heartbeat. Pressure ensues. I walk through empty streets at dawn, no office lights in sight. The silence follows every step and steals away my fight. My desk is bare, my chair unused. The work I loved is gone. The hours stretch, the days are long, and still I carry on. I try to move, but I can't escape the weight inside of love and fate. Workless, lonely soul, drifting through the haze, crying every night for better days. I lost my focus, lost my way, lost the warmth of your touch. Now I'm here alone, missing too much. The bills pile up, the clock ticks slow, no one to call my name. The echoes of my quiet heart are all that remain. I glance at pictures, memories fade, your laughter haunts the hall. Life feels heavy, love feels gone, and I stumble through it all. I try to move, but I can't escape the weight inside, weight of love and fate. Workless, lonely soul, drifting through the haze, crying every night for better days. I lost my focus, lost my way, lost the warmth of your touch. Now I'm here alone, missing too much. Night falls slow, the city sleeps. I hug my knees tight, wishing love and life could meet and make the wrongs feel right. the stars above that I'm still holding on, but life keeps moving, and I remain a workless, lonely soul. Gave you everything I had, my nights, my heart, my soul. Believe in love would guide us through and make the broken whole. But every word and every smile was just a fleeting spark. Now I'm left with empty hands and shadows in the dark. I thought love could save me, but it stole instead. Left me counting pieces of a life misled. Loving cost everything more than I could bear. I cried alone at night while you were unaware. I lost my heart, my strength, my way, all for a fleeting flame. And now I face the dawn, alone to bear the shame. At work the days feel colder, the hours dragging slow. Each task reminds me quietly of a love I can't let go. Friends ask why I seem so tired. I nod and smile through pain, but every breath and every step feels heavy like the rain. I thought love could save me, but it stole instead. Left me counting pieces of a life misled. Loving cost everything more than I could bear. I cried alone at night while you were unaware. I lost my heart, my strength, my way, all for a fleeting flame. And now I face the dawn, alone to bear the shame. Memories haunt my silent room. Each shadow tells your name. I wish I could erase the past, but love isn't a game. Every night I promise change, but morning brings the same. The cost of loving too deeply is more than just a flame. till morning's heavy with echoes of your voice. Every memory cuts softly, leaving me no choice to keep pretending I'm okay. While my heart decays, the world moves on around me, but I'm trapped in haze. I can't carry this pain, it's breaking me inside. Every breath I take feels like a tide. Tired of hurting every single day, crying alone in my own way. Love was supposed to heal, but it left me sore. Now I'm tired of hurting forevermore. Hums with busy sounds. I answer without care, but every task reminds me that you're no longer there. Friends ask me why I look so pale. I smile but lie. The tears I hide each evening, no one sees them cry. I can't carry this pain, it's breaking me inside. Every breath I take feels like a tide. Tired of hurting every single day, crying alone in my own way. Love was supposed to heal, but it left me sore. Now I'm tired of hurting forevermore. Slowly shadows stretch, I hug my knees tight, thinking of the love I lost. And every lonely night I wish the ache could fade, or that I could move on. But some wounds remain unhealed long after you're gone. Slowly shadows grow, I lie awake in bed. Memories of you flood my mind like waves inside my head. The night is heavy, silence loud. I whisper your name, but only echoes answer me. nothing feels the same. I tell myself it's just the night, but tears keep falling out of sight. Crying after midnight, alone in the dark. Your love left holes inside my heart. I reach for comfort, but it's not there, just emptiness and quiet despair. Crying after midnight, no one sees the broken pieces of memories. Work and life both weigh me down, the pressure never ends. And when I finally close my eyes, your ghost still bends. I dream of moments that can't return, of smiles I can't regain. Every tear I shed alone falls quietly with pain. I tell myself it's just the night, but tears keep falling out of sight. Crying after midnight, alone in the dark. Your love left holes inside my heart. I reach for comfort, but it's not there, just emptiness and quiet despair. Crying after midnight, no one sees the broken pieces of memories. The dawn arrives, pale and cold. I've survived the night, but the ache within my lonely chest remains out of sight. I hug my knees and breathe again, hoping somehow I'll cope. But love has left me hollow here, with no chance for hope. I try to hold on to you into the life I know, but the harder I reach, the more it slipped through. Love that once felt endless now feels like a chain. Every dream I carried turns to quiet pain. I thought I could have it all, but the world disagreed. Now I'm standing here alone with nothing left to need. Lost both worlds, love and life, crying alone through endless strife. I gave my heart and lost my way, left with echoes of yesterday. Lost both worlds, nothing remains, just hollow nights and quiet pains. Work slips from my weary hands and love slips from my heart. Every step I take forward feels like falling apart. Friends try to lift me, but I can't reply. The weight of everything is is pressing on the sky. I thought I could have it all, but the world disagreed. Now I'm standing here alone with nothing left to need. Lost both worlds, love and light, crying alone through endless strife. I gave my heart and lost my way, left with echoes of yesterday. Lost both worlds, nothing remains, just hollow nights and quiet pains. Night turns, the silence grows. I hug my knees tight, wondering if tomorrow will bring any light. Love is gone, work is gone, and I'm trapped in between the dreams I thought I'd live and the pain I've seen. Lost both worlds, love and light, crying alone through endless strife. I gave my heart and lost my way, left with echoes of yesterday. Lost both worlds, nothing remains, just hollow nights and quiet pain. Raindrops fall against my window like tears I cannot hide. Each one reflects a memory of love that slowly died. I curl beneath the covers, hiding from the world outside, because every thought of you brings a storm I cannot fight. The sky cries with me, and I feel the pain. Every drop a whisper of love in vain. Self-pity rain falling on my heart, crying alone, tears tear me apart. I reach for comfort, but find none near, just the sound of sorrow and the echo of fear. Self-pity rain pouring through the night, nothing to hold, nothing feels right. Work and life keep spinning, but I remain the same, trapped in memories of you and the shadow of your name. Pressure climbs and falls again, the pain doesn't cease. Each tear reminds me quietly that love has left no peace. The sky cries with me, and I feel the pain. Every drop a whisper of love in vain. sleep. I hug my knees tight, praying for tomorrow to bring a little light. But even morning brings a softer gray refrain, and I remember once again the self-pity rain. Self-pity rain. I wake each day, my body tired, my heart even more so. The way to work, the weight of love has left no place to go. I try to fight, to stand, to breathe, but energy won't come. Every step feels heavier, like marching to a drum. I tell myself I must survive, but every thought feels barely alive. No strength left to face the day, no words to say, no role to play. I cry alone inside my chest, love and life put to the test. No strength left to carry on, hoping for life. The clock ticks slow, I stare at empty walls. Each task a mountain, a colorful. Memories of you burn softly in the corners of my mind, reminding me of everything I could no longer find. I tell myself I must survive, but every thought feels barely alive. No strength left to face the day, no words to say, no role to play. I cry alone inside my chest, love and life put to the test. No strength left to carry on, hoping for light, but fearing dawn. Night arrives, the silence deep. I hug my knees tight, wishing for a world where everything feels right. But even sleep can't comfort me or take the pain away, and I remain exhausted still until another day. We made promises we couldn't keep, words whispered in the dark. I held your heart inside my hands, but now it drifts apart. Every vow, every tender glance feels heavy in my chest. The debts of love I never owed have robbed me of my rest. I try to forgive, I try to let go, but the weight of us keeps stealing the show. Promises and debts I carry alone. Love's quiet face turn my heart to stone. I reach for hope, but it slips through my hands. Tears fall slowly like endless sands. Promises and debts mark every day. Love costs more than I could pay. Work piles high, deadlines surround. I try to focus and survive, but every paper, every file reminds me love's not alive. You left with ease, without regret, while I paid the cost. Every tender word we shared feels like it's lost. I try to forgive, I try to let go, but the weight of us keeps stealing the show. Promises and debts I carry alone. Love's quiet failures turn my heart to stone. I reach for hope, but it slips through my hands. Tears fall slowly like endless sands. Promises and debts mark every day. Love costs more than I could pay. Night falls, the sky turns gray. I hug my knees tight, counting the promises lost in the night. Perhaps one day I'll be free from all this pain, but tonight I linger with nothing to gain. Each morning comes, I barely rise. The weight is on my chest. Life drags me down through endless days without a pause or a rest. Love is gone, work feels empty. Every step is slow. The pressure builds inside my heart, and nowhere can I go. I try to stand, I try to fight, but every thought holds endless night. Life feels heavy, crushing my soul. Every breath a struggle, every step a toll. I cry alone, no one can see the pain that lives deep inside of me. Life feels heavy night and day. Love is gone and hope fades away. The office hums, the clock ticks loud, but I'm not really there. mind is trapped in memories of you and all we shared. Every word you said returns to haunt my lonely mind. And every night I whisper for a life I'll never find. I try to stand, I try to fight, but every thought holds endless night. Life feels heavy, crushing my soul. Every breath a struggle, every step a toll. I cry alone, no one can see the pain that lives deep inside of me. Life feels heavy, night and day. Love is gone and hope fades away. The darkness stretches endlessly. I hug my knees tight, praying for a moment of peace, a little light. But dawn arrives unchanged, the sky's still gray, and I remain alone another day. The night falls heavy on my chest. I cannot find relief. Every memory of you returns and deepens my grief. I reach for comfort in the dark, but only shadows stay. The world is quiet, cold and still, while tears won't go away. I tell myself tomorrow will be new, but every dawn reminds me of you. Tears without end flow through the night, crying alone in the pale moonlight. Heartbreak lingers, life feels unkind. Every breath reminds me of love left behind. Tears without end, no one to see the weight of losing and losing me. And losing me. Work piles up, the office hums, but I'm not really here. My mind is stuck and losing me. Night stretches endlessly. I hug my knees tight, wishing for mercy or a little light. But even sleep cannot console the aching in my chest, and I lie awake once more with tears that won't